Tonight, the role of Jeremy Borders will be played by Nan's Homemade Cheesecake.
On the cover, Kangaroo Jenny's blimp skews downward through the buildings of Apex City, vines extending from the cabin to latch onto buildings, hopefully guiding it to a safe landing. Beneath the nose, one of William's demons strains upwards, trying to slow the descent. Hanging off the back is not one, but two Pieros, one desperately reaching for the other. Issue 18, Led Zeppelin. To issue 18. So, last time, Kangaroo Jenny kidnapped the mayor and Eric and Furnace, abducted them to a blimp. You are now in said blimp with special guest star Evergreen. Darren and William have swapped bodies but not powers. And Kangaroo Jenny has just dangled them out of the blimp and given you kind of an ultimatum to help her get Kangaroo Jack out of prison, or, you know, hypothetical bad stuff. What do?
Let's think about Kangaroo Jack for a second. Is he really wrongfully imprisoned?
He did try to rob a bank.
Is this a conversation you're having out loud?
No.
Okay. This is a player conversation.
Okay.
Because it has honestly been so long since we have even thought about it.
Let's flash back to Kangaroo Jack right quick. Let's do that.
Yeah.
So, Kangaroo Jack was a minor league kind of villain who, from what we established, was very concerned with the state of gun laws in the U.S.
Right.
And so came over to try and change that. You stopped him from robbing a bank that was owned by William's family.
Why was he robbing a bank?
That is a great question. Did you stop to ask him?
No, but we did stop him from using his boxing gloves that had knives duct taped to them.
His boxing gloves with knives duct taped to them. That was his weapon of choice.
Guns.
He does not use guns.
See, I want to know why Kangaroo Jenny is she's holding a gun, right?
No.
Oh, she's not? I thought she was. I misremembered.
No.
Okay, so unarmed teenage girl, yes?
Like late teens, early 20s probably, yeah.
Yeah. Is telling us that we wronged her father.
That her father was wrongfully
imprisoned. Her father
imprisoned.
was wronged, and we had a hand in that.
Yes.
Well, let's also consider the fact that she did kidnap two people.
Yeah.
That's threatening their lives.
This family has some conflicted motivations versus, means.
Yeah. Alright, this is in-game.
Okay, back to in-game.
Because I am talking through William's body.
You are?
Yes.
And I'm going to act like I think William would act and be like, "You're a meanie face, and I'll demon your butt if you don't keep them safe."
I forget. Do I know the body sort?
Yeah, I do.
Actually, no one saw this. So at this point, you may have some suspicions.
Okay.
Piero at least knows about the coin.
Yeah.
No, I think we established previously.
The Baroness also knows about the coin.
That's true. That's true.
Everyone knows about the coin.
Everyone knows about the coin.
Okay, I think I would probably figure it out.
Yeah. I also think at the word meanie face, there would be a big light bulb over my head. Maybe I turn it off.
Yes, it actually manifests.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you're trying to get her to keep them safe.
Yes.
I think that sounds like a convince someone.
Yeah. Alright, here we go.
It's the first roll of the session.
8, but it's plus superior,
It's
correct?
plus superior, so you're provoking someone.
Alright, it's an 8.
Okay. So on an 8, they choose 1. So let's see. They can stumble, you take +1 forward. They err, you gain a critical opportunity. Or they overreach, you gain influence over them. Or they overreact. I think she's going to overreact, and you gain influence over Kangaroo Jenny. I was actually going to say, since you are in William's body, William gains influence over Kangaroo Jenny.
That's what I wanted to hear.
And the way she overreacts is, I'm only holding 2 people prisoner. You've got 2 people prisoner. It's an even exchange.
But we only want one of them back. I don't like Eric. He threatened my friends.
We're heroes, Baroness. Jackie, we're heroes. And furthermore, what you're doing is wrong, you jerk.
Are you that last part at Kangaroo Jenny?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
How is me holding your people in chains any worse than holding non-violent drug offenders in prison for 25 years on mandatory minimum sentencing?
Man, this got real.
But isn't your father in jail for robbing a bank, not for drugs?
Oh, you mean my father was liberating funds that a bank was using to hold mortgages over people's heads, twisting their very lives into servitude?
I don't feel like that's relevant to the legality of the situation.
Law and morality are 2 different things, young lady.
Is that the name of your fist? Law and morality?
I don't think that my bank... yes. Oh no.
Can I do something?
Yes, absolutely.
I would like to charge up my burn.
Okay.
Oof. 8 plus 2, 10.
Nice.
So
So,
I get 3.
yep, you hold 3 burn.
Nice.
I want to try something I've never done before.
Go for it.
Alright. I'm going to unleash my powers and follow up on my threat that I will summon a demon.
Okay, all
So
right.
many
I like
questions right now.
I like where this is going.
Yes.
I can communicate and have plant affinity.
Yes.
Spores are everywhere.
Okay.
I'm going to use psilocybin spores, also known as magic mushroom spores, and I'm going to force her to see a hallucinogenic experience that looks like a demon.
Okay.
Wait, where are these spores? Like,
Spores are everywhere. Like they
Oh,
are.
yeah, that's how, like, mushrooms...
I mean,
Okay. Okay.
but-
All right. Yes. No. I'm into it. That's fine. That's fine. That is into it.
I just watched a
Oh.
podcast on spores.
Okay.
I just wanted to share.
Okay.
Watch
Okay.
the
So I guess this is gonna
Not yours. You
this
can
is gonna
say
depend
no.
on this is gonna depend on your
Mhm.
roll.
Yeah.
your intent really.
Okay.
So you're not really overcoming an obstacle or reshaping your environment.
No.
This is more of a directly engage, I would say,
Yes.
because that's an impress, surprise, or frighten is what that would be.
I think so. Yes.
Okay. So go ahead and directly engage that threat.
All right.
Plus danger. Danger.
All zero.
Danger, danger.
All 0 of my
That's
danger.
a solid 0. That's
Well-
better than negative.
We're back to the spinning dice.
Uh-oh.
It's spinning. It's spinning. It's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. Oh! It's still.
Oh, it's a 4.
Oh. Okay. So no, it was a nice idea and it absolutely works. The problem is you're not really, because again, you're used to having physiology that you don't have right now.
Yes.
You don't have as much control over these things as you think you should, and
Okay.
rather than just affecting Jenny,
Yeah.
you affect everyone.
So everyone is seeing something bizarre.
So everyone at this point, I'm going to need you to roll to take a powerful blow.
What is it? It's plus...
It's plus conditions
Yep,
marked.
plus conditions.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
Including yourself, you've got a feeble human brain
Oh
now.
no!
Killing me.
Everyone's high on magic
There's that one dice
mushrooms.
roll.
I got a
That's
3.
good. Low is good on.
Low is good?
Low is good.
Oh,
3.
Okay, cool. I got
Yeah.
4.
So,
Okay.
I got a 13.
Yes. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. You got a
I got a 3.
4,
4.
3. Fantastic. So the 3 of you start going. You start seeing like everything blur around the edges of your vision. You see like creepy faces coming out of the wall. You very quickly realize that something mind-altering is happening, and while your senses are scrambled right now, you are taking a moment to kind of process that. The Baroness, on the other hand... So you got a 13.
Yep.
What you want to do?
So,
It's just got so much better.
do I want to play this safe? I think I will play this safe. I'm going to say I remove myself from the situation by passing out.
Okay.
So I see a vision of something terrifying, and I pass out.
I think what you see...
Yes.
I have an idea for this. If you
Okay.
don't... Okay.
Go for it. We'll see
All
where
right.
this flies.
I think what you see, rather than like faces kind of and like demons, this big, long Zeppelin cabin melts away into a blank white room. And
Yes.
across from you, you see a one-way mirror And on the other side of that, you just barely think you can see people moving. Like there's someone with a clipboard. There's in the other room there is a young adult black bear. And you feel just like electric shocks all over your body. So do you want to pass out at that point?
This is one bad trip for the Baroness. Bad trip.
I'm willing to let it go on a little longer.
Okay.
At least a little bit longer, but I am eventually going to pass out and trigger regeneration.
Okay.
That's where this is heading.
Okay, I like that. We'll keep that going then.
Yes.
All right.
What about the others in the area?
Yes. So Kangaroo Jenny sees all that and starts swinging at demons that aren't actually there. Your pilot seems to be more or less okay at this point, but the drop bears, the 5 drop bear minions, are starting to panic. The 2 that are holding the ropes that have the mayor and Eric, Mayor Dow and Eric and Furnace, hanging outside of this, have absolutely dropped those ropes at this point, and they're starting to so very quickly slide out the window. Okay.
Evergreen?
Oh, that's right. I almost forgot he was here.
How could you forget?
I'm so sorry. There's a lot.
Dashingly handsome plant in the room.
There's a lot going on in this blimp.
Have you seen me?
I was going to say.
I'm a very handsome plant right
Have
now.
you seen you?
Aww. That is so sweet.
I was being selfish, okay?
No. Okay. Evergreen seems to be I think actually Evergreen is more or less okay here. He's plant-based. This is a plant-based thing.
True.
I think he
Magic
has
mushroom spores do nothing to him
I
at this point.
I think he is completely in control of his facilities. His faculties.
Yeah.
Would he realize that just happened? That, like, he could feel, like...
Probably.
Okay.
I think he probably does. And at this point, he's going to go for the ropes, because they're quickly going out of there, and that's where his focus is on saving the hostages.
Yeah, like a
I was
hero.
going to have something to do with that, but...
Yeah, go for it.
I
Go
also
for it.
was gonna.
They're dropping.
Yeah.
I can attempt to just basically create a portal below them, and just basically portal them back onto the
That's thinking
Onto the
with
blimp?
portals.
blimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like that's easier than portaling them somewhere else entirely.
Let's have you go ahead and roll to defend someone, and we'll see what happens out of that.
Nice.
That is not good enough.
Well, you wanted to
That
mark
is a
potential.
6.
Yes.
Do we have
We have
any
one
in the
team.
pool?
We have one team standard in the pool, and I think Evergreen is going to use that because he's going to grab the rope, slow it down long enough for you to portal
I'll take it
under
up to
them.
a 7.
And so, where in this cabin are you going to drop Eric and Mayor Dow?
Preferably, like, I'm trying to. How's this aligned right now?
So
I
you've
assume
got-
that we've got like a long cabin, and then behind us or in front of us is the pilot. Is the pilot?
Yeah, the pilot is going to be in front of you. So there's pilot, Jenny, drop bears, you.
Then they're going to be behind us.
Behind us.
So that we have.
Okay. And then behind you is that big open space in the cabin. So yeah, they're still unconscious, but you drop them in, and you can kind of see that they might be starting to kind of stir back around into consciousness, like the shock might have just, whatever was going on with him, it might have started to wake them up a little bit. They're not there yet, but they're kind of getting there. You can add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition.
Give me
I was gonna
influence over
say-
your brother.
I can,
Oh, that'd be good.
And we are about to get to enter battle as a team, so we're about to
Yeah,
do
I'm
some
not
stuff
too
with
worried
the
about
team
team in the
pool.
pool then. And I guess I'm going to clear my last condition out.
Okay, alright. So you clear that condition, and I think at this point, let's go ahead and get to entering...
But that doesn't clear until the end of the scene, correct?
No, that cleared immediately.
Clears immediately.
That cleared
Okay.
immediately.
There's also a move, yeah.
So let's get to team mechanics. So you have entered battle against a dangerous foe as a team. Kangaroo Jenny is now shaking off her mind whammy. So first off, who's the leader here? Keep in mind Evergreen is also in the scene.
I would argue it's Nan, or not Nan. Sorry, it's
Darren.
William.
Darren and William.
Darren Williams?
Darren, William.
Daryllium. Yes,
Daryllium, like that.
All right, so Daryllium. So does William have influence over all the team members?
You have influence over.
Yes, over me.
Yes.
And Darren?
I think everyone has influence over me.
Okay.
Except Bulletproof.
So we add 1 to the team. So we're at 3 because there's 2 that gets added, just base. Let's go around the table. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Evergreen's in this team. You do not have influence over Evergreen.
Yes, that's true.
All right.
I wish I did.
So, Daryllium, what is your purpose in this fight?
My purpose in this fight is to rescue the hostages, which we've kind of done already. So I think at this point, my thing would be to evacuate us
Okay.
away from Kangaroo Jenny.
Fantastic.
I would agree with that. It's a rescue mission. So
All right.
protect them.
Fantastic.
Rescue the
Piero?
hostages.
Yeah.
Baroness, you're
sort of incommunicado.
you're kind of out right now.
That was my initial goal.
I think that
Dial-up
works.
noises.
Yeah. And Evergreen is actually on board with that
There's
as
just
well.
dial-up noises.
Yeah,
through my
rescue
head. Yeah.
So that adds a team to the pool. Does any team member mistrust the leader or the team? I don't think.
We're just confused as to
Yeah.
who's actually.
Yeah.
who's
Yeah,
who
like
right
it's
now.
not like
And I don't think you're ill-prepared or off-balance.
No.
So we're at 3 team in the pool. And at this point, Kangaroo Jenny gives a sharp whistle at the drop bears. Get back on your feet! And they turn around and start coming at you. They're basically going to go and try and recapture their hostages. At this point, let's get down to the Baroness. So you are still... You're not in the blimp anymore.
Yes.
At this point, everything has kind of shifted, and you're in some sort of wilderness, running, just barreling forwards. Your body feels strange. It feels bigger than it used to. It feels like more muscular, and it doesn't move quite right. Like on the page, this is a bear trying to run like a person,
Yes.
which looks kind of silly.
Yes.
But obviously in your head, it doesn't really feel that way.
Yes. I like this.
You see ahead of you a small crystal lake. It's very nice. It's calm. And as you approach it, you look into it and you see a bear, which is not what you're used to seeing. What do you do?
I freak out.
In what manner?
Oh, I sort of recoil and
Okay.
I'm going to smash at the reflection and sort of like fall backwards.
Fantastic.
And then, on the page, the arms windmilling and
Sure. And
knock over a tree.
And in the blimp, I like that, and in the blimp, the Baroness starts flailing around and falls backwards and actually knocks Evergreen into a wall.
Oh! Because it's a tree! No!
Do you want to be that the moment that you pass out?
Sure!
Okay. He rebounds against it and kind of like goes to one knee and shakes his head. He's rattled, but he's not out. Because it's a big bear. It's a big blow. So, the rest of you, what do you do?
You don't have any ideas.
Well, I think I would be like very surprised that the Baroness passed out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was not expecting that reaction.
Evergreen?
Yeah, what about
Hey,
everything being hurt?
Rose before... Wait,
You know.
pose before blow. Actually, that's a horrible terminology. that's extremely derogatory terminology.
Cubs before bubs.
Yeah, cubs
She's
before
a-
bubs.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That's
Yeah.
good.
That's
cubs
good.
before bubs.
So, what are
Sarah's
you
before
doing?
I would be surprised, and do you think you're beside me or behind me when this happens?
I'm probably a little behind you.
Alright.
Or I guess Evergreen was in front of you, so I'm probably in front of you.
Yeah, because he went to grab the ropes. Yeah.
So I must be over there.
I think I would be
When you're
like,
flailing around, I figured.
I'd be pulling a Lion King of like, no, we gotta go, wake up!
Okay.
And like trying to push you of like, wake up, this what, you're cybernetic, you're not supposed to be affected by magic mushrooms.
I like that.
Like,
That's good.
So that's what Beryllium is doing at the moment. Yes.
I like to imagine that it's William doing this on the page.
It
I'm
is.
gonna engage with drop bears.
Okay, how so?
Wilrin.
I'm going to, let's just keep this simple. I'm going to summon up a demon and have it assault one of the two of them.
Okay.
Two, right? 4?
There's 5.
5.
There's
Oh
5.
my.
There's quite a few.
That is more than I thought.
She got minions.
Right. In that case, I'm going to try and take one of them out.
Okay.
I'm going to stun up a demon, say something to the effect of, sorry, did you think all those demons were about to go away? Have another one.
Okay. And is it just gonna like punch him or try and grab him or what's it doing?
Suplex.
Full Nelson.
I'm tempted to throw it off the blimp, but that might be a little violent.
And he's gonna drop out of the sky onto
They're
someone
drops
who's
there.
expecting and suck his blood!
They're supposed to drop.
Oh, you do you, William.
They could, I hate to say this is also equally dark, but you could also teleport them in and teleport them out with the demon to hell.
I mean, I could do that. I could also chop him in half with a portal, but that's like a whole different thing.
PG-13.
Yeah.
So, I'm saying I'm not doing this.
Okay.
I'm just gonna throw him off the blimp.
Okay, go ahead.
With a nice Wilhelm
Go ahead
scream.
and directly engage that thread.
Yeah. 2.
Nice!
That would be double
Solid.
6s.
Nice.
Plus my danger, which is 3. So
And I'm assuming you're not afraid. It wouldn't matter if you were
I
anyway.
have no
Yeah,
conditions right now. and I feel great
you're at a
about it.
10 plus. So resist or avoid their blows, take something, create an opportunity, or impress, surprise, or frighten the opposition.
Well, obviously, I'm going for fright.
Okay, I think that works. And you get 2 of those.
Right. We're going to go with frighten the opposition and go ahead and resist and avoid blows for now.
Fair
So
enough.
fight a little defensively.
Fair enough. So you grab one, and your demon just hurls it out probably the same window that they had dropped, Eric and Mayor Dow out earlier. And you do see, we get a panel of this drop bear falling out of this blimp, and about halfway to the ground, a parachute just opens.
He was prepared.
They're drop
They're
They're
bears.
drop bears.
So it is now slowly, and it looks very, very confused. And then we get back into the blimp. So, yes. Piero, anything?
So I think I got this.
Okay.
Constructs allows me to create any object up to the size of a person,
Mhm.
correct?
Mhm.
I would like to make another Piero.
Okay.
And then I will also, can I also spend another burn to animate it independently of myself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
so you're going
like-
to spend 2 burn to make another animated Piero
Yes,
and-
and then
Mhm.
and then I would like to put Kangaroo Jenny in a full Nelson
with your...
with my
your-
construct.
Okay, so I will have you roll to directly engage a threat for your
Okay.
construct to do that.
Okay. And I am afraid.
Okay.
But it is
Plus danger.
Alright. Whew. That's a 1, that's a 3.
3.
So that's a 4.
Yeah.
Minus 2 is a 2, plus your danger.
1.
So 3.
Yeah.
There is not enough team in the pool to make that a success.
No.
So your clone puts Kangaroo Jenny in a full Nelson, and she reacts very quickly by judo flipping it over her shoulder and throwing it at you.
Nice.
Oh, no.
I would like you to roll to take a powerful blow as your clone impacts you
From yourself.
from yourself. And she says, "Stop hitting yourself."
Ah.
That's funny.
That's bad.
And what is it plus anything?
Plus conditions marked.
2.
So that is a...
Yeah, it's a 12.
Oh, jeez.
But you can mark potential, though.
No.
Yes. No. On a
Nope.
six. Actually, those of you who failed your...
I already did.
Yeah,
Yes.
you get potential for not taking
for the earlier
powerful
one,
blow.
yes. But for taking it... So on a 10 plus. You remove yourself from the situation, flee, pass out, etc. You lose control of yourself or your powers in a terrible way, or 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Mhm.
What you want to do, Piero?
I would like to choose 2 options from the 7 to 9 list.
Alright, and what do you want to choose?
I would like to give ground,
Okay, so opposition gets an opportunity.
and I would like to struggle past the pain, but I'll mark 2 conditions.
What you marking?
I will mark. Hopeless would make sense, but I really don't want that -2 to unleash my powers. I think I'm going to choose hopeless and angry.
Okay. So I think the opportunity that Kangaroo Jenny is going to take at this point, I think that as she throws your clone at you, she rushes in behind and just shoulder checks you out the hole in the back of the blimp.
Ah,
Wow, sorry. Wow, thanks.
Well, you're a superhero,
it's true.
so I assume you can deal with it. But for the moment, you and your clone have gone overboard.
Most of us can fly.
Most of you can deal with this in some way. But yes, she shoulder checks you out of the blimp.
You're already.
I would just hit the ground and I'd be fine.
All right. So let's
Superhero landing.
move on then. I want to do one more round before we get to regeneration.
That's fine.
So let's move on then. So Daryllium and Wilmarin, you are at this point in the blimp. The drop bears are kind of trying to circle around you to get to the hostages. What do you do?
Is Eric fully awake?
No, not yet.
Okay, so neither the mayor or
No.
them are fully awake.
No. But they're kind of like going, and like doing that thing.
Okay, yeah. All right, and I realize that she's not waking up just yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. And
And the Baroness seems to be out.
yeah, the Baroness is out.
You don't-
I'm going to. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go the old reliable density manipulation.
Okay. And what you doing?
I'm going to. I would like to unleash my powers and increase the density of the entire blimp.
You're going to increase...
I'm going to
Yes.
make it crash.
You're going to make this...
Or not crash, but at least bring it down
Don't roll low.
Yeah, I want to
Turning
bring
the
it.
blimp into lead.
You know
I'm
what?
going to make it land
You know
because
what?
I don't want to go wherever they're taking us.
This is fine. Unleash your powers.
It makes sense to me.
No, I like it. Go for it.
We're just getting further away from help. Don't judge me.
Don't judge until it fails.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
yes.
it just did.
Failed horribly.
Okay.
How bad is it?
And
Pretty
it's
bad.
It's plus freak.
Oh, 5.
And are you insecure at all?
No.
Okay.
Oh wait. Yes, I am secure.
So it's a 3.
But I thought it was
Oh,
hopeless.
sorry, it's hopeless. You're not hopeless.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you're not hopeless. Okay.
No, I'm not hopeless.
Right, 'cause
you're
So I have a
unleashing your powers.
5.
Okay, so you have a 5.
Yes.
So Piero is out the blimp. Evergreen. Yeah, well, if it fails. If we let it fail.
Right, we
Oh,
could
okay.
use team.
We do have enough team in the pool to make this not fail. So that's kind of the question is there a way in which Will Marin and Evergreen can help? I think Evergreen can, but can you?
I mean, if the goal is to make this thing heavier and if the goal is to manipulate it toward the ground,
Yes.
then I can technically have my already summoned demon basically like try and guide it
Okay,
as we're like into descent.
I think that works.
Like have it fly out and
Have
push
it,
down.
have it like Superman from below.
Yeah. And like put the nose up and yeah, I like that. And
I
then
guess, I don't know.
and
It's
then
the best I got.
no, I think that works. Evergreen is basically going to throw out vines. So that thing where he like whirled his arm around and whipped a vine out to catch the blimp, he'll keep doing that to like latch onto buildings, slow the descent in any way he possibly can. So he's like latching onto buildings as it is very quickly coming to ground. I think that works, and that
Okay.
takes 2 team out of the pool. Now that said, this is still a partial success.
Yeah.
Do you want to mark a condition or make this unstable or temporary?
I think I would mark a condition.
Okay, what you gonna mark?
I think I'm gonna mark hopeless.
Okay.
Because I think that like she's out, Piero's out.
Yeah.
I'm falling.
You're falling.
But I'm
We'll get to you.
Piero's
We'll get to you in a
He's not
second.
doing super hot. I'm a little worried about
Is
Piero.
anyone doing
Are
super
any of us
hot?
doing super well? Yeah.
doing great.
And I'm feeling responsible for what happened to the Baroness because
Okay.
Because you're kind of responsible.
because I'm kind of
It's your fault,
responsible.
yeah.
And furthermore, I feel like I'm failing in front of my crush's eyes.
Okay. Yeah.
Technically, William is failing in front of your crush.
That is
Ah!
true. That is true.
All right.
All right, mark
Cool.
hopeless.
You go ahead and mark hopeless. All right. So, Piero, you just got shoulder checked out of a blimp.
Yeah,
This is a day that's happening.
that's a day.
It is a day.
Might as
So,
well be a
now that
day.
said, you've got yourself and you've got a clone of yourself.
Yes. Are they both out the
You're both out the blimp. What do you do?
I think the easiest thing to do would be to just like open up an umbrella. Like just mime my hand just or you know what? Let's just do a big sheep hook onto the blimp.
Okay, so you're just going to try and
And
sheep
then,
hook
and
the
then I'll
blimp.
just like shimmy up. Oh, we'll shimmy up there.
Go ahead and unleash your powers. You are overcoming an
hopeless.
obstacle.
Yeah, and I'm hopeless. So it's plus 3.
Also, aren't you not with someone right now?
You're not, but this is fine.
It's fine.
This is not... I'm not going to make you mark Doom for this.
Thank
We're
you.
watching, to be
Well,
fair.
no.
Yeah, and there is like a
we
whole
are?
audience of people like below us.
You just said you were keeping an eye on her.
That's 8,
Plus freak.
which is 2, but minus 2, so it's 8.
So it's 8.
Yeah.
Okay. So, unstable or temporary or mark a condition.
No, unstable or temporary, please.
Okay.
Wait, what?
So,
I only have one more condition to mark.
Well, I understand that, but
so I think the way this is going to work is I'm going to go for unstable.
Okay.
So you do that, your clone also does that, and then your clone looks over at you, and its face goes like blank like a mannequin's.
Wait, but it's supposed to dissolve at the end of the scene.
The scene's not over yet.
But that's what the thing says. Is that
Oh, it's not dissolving.
Okay. Damn.
It's got a marionette face
I
now.
hate
Yes.
this now.
Yes. It's not dissolving. It's much worse.
It's worse than dissolving. And it starts climbing up. It's now trying to race you up into the blimp.
Oh god, it's gonna replace you.
As it climbs, you can see that both hands have spots on them.
Oh dear.
Okay, back to the blimp.
Oh
This
man.
is not fair.
So, Baroness.
Yes.
So, is there a move you want to trigger?
Yes, I'd like to trigger regeneration.
Okay. This is the first time you've done that.
Yeah.
So why don't you go ahead and read that move off?
Okay, when you're taken out, you can trigger an emergency regeneration process. If you do, your body undergoes an unpredictable transformation, and in mere moments you're back on your feet ready to fight. Clear 3 conditions and choose 3 from the following list.
All right. So what 3 are you going to choose from that list?
Okay, well, my options are swap an ability with another from the Newborn Playbook, unlock an armature form, change your physical appearance, change your gender identity or presentation, or lose an important memory of a teammate and they lose influence over you.
All right.
So I'm definitely going to unlock an armature form.
Okay, what you going to unlock?
I think I'm going to unlock Puma.
Okay.
Or Lion, whatever, Puma.
Puma. We decided Puma.
Yeah, it's Puma.
It's Puma now.
Okay, so Puma is unlocked.
Okay.
I'm going to change my physical appearance.
Okay.
I will leave that in your hands, how that changes.
Okay. I got ideas.
And... oh, man. I'm really tempted to lose my memories of William. Just because that's, like... not all of them. Just, like, some key important memories.
You lose important memories about William.
Yes.
If that's what you want to do, that's what we can do.
Okay, just because I think it would be really critical, because I have so many critical memories about my backstory involving William right
Yeah,
now.
you do.
So
And
that
would
seems
make
like the
sense.
most devastating thing for me right
So-
You
now.
want to forget things about me, but not what you know about the Infernus Corporation.
So that could be tied together. That's up to
Yes,
you. What I wanted to
yes.
ask is, what's the big memory that you're losing about William?
I'm trying to remember, what was the time when, like, I started to trust William?
Probably the abandoned mom when he confessed everything
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
Yes, I lose memory of that.
So that entire meeting is gone.
Yes, I totally forget
Okay.
when you confessed everything to us
Yep.
and I started to like you.
Gotcha. I like that. So William loses influence over
Yes.
Also the Void Chimes.
Yeah, so you don't know about those anymore.
That's true, I
Well,
don't know about-
You know what they are because you got hit
Yes.
with them at the bridge,
Right.
but you don't know that William's family is connected
Right,
to
I
it.
don't know about that anymore.
Perfect.
So
I've
you have
lost
no
influence
explanation
over
for
the
why
bad.
he, like,
Yes.
took control
I
of
have
the fight
no
at the
idea
bridge.
anymore.
Yes, you have no idea. You just know that the rest of your team, when you come back, he's still there.
Yes.
Okay. Because you forgot that, but you do remember, like, the concert, and you remember the stuff
Yes.
after that.
I do remember that
And, like,
stuff.
the Cybersource Hex stuff, because that all
Yes,
happened afterwards.
and it all seems rather strange to me now.
Yes, you're not really sure why you started trusting this
Get
guy.
along.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay, so you come back, and for the ones of you still in the blimp, the Baroness starts to glow kind of like red hot for a minute. There's definitely heat coming off, and the cybernetics that made up like a little part of her body just spread.
Ooh.
So you are at this point, like, your entire, like, half of your torso, one of your back legs is cybernetic now, and like a full half of your head,
Uh-huh.
including part of that jaw thing that Hex was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
So you now have like a few like cybernetic teeth.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
And you are back up on your feet.
That I am.
So
Yes.
I see that she's ready to roll.
Yes.
First thing I'm gonna do is say, "Hey Jackie, get behind him." And I'm gonna create a portal right in front of her that will take her directly to behind all of the approaching
Ooh, I like
I like
that.
it.
enemies.
I like that.
I like that.
That's cool. So, how are you going to capitalize on this?
So, my first instinct was, I no longer trust William.
That's not me.
That's right,
That's-
you're Darren!
That's
You
Darren.
think I'm Darren?
That's
'cause
right.
You don't even know that
Oh,
we
no,
lost
but
our-
I do.
We kept
Yeah.
that memory.
I
The
kept
only
that
thing we
memory,
lost
so I
was
still
that
know
memory
you're
you
Darren.
confessed.
Oh, okay.
I still know
Yeah.
you're William.
Yes. But you might be a little bit confused because you just woke up from a traumatic experience, to be fair.
That's true.
Up to you. There's a portal behind you. The portal leads behind Jenny. What do you do?
I'm gonna go with my first gut instinct
Uh-huh.
and do the bad thing.
Okay, what's the bad thing?
I'm going to not do that, and I'm instead gonna try to push Jenny, like charge her and knock her into the portal behind her.
Okay. Alright, go
Because I'm
ahead.
not sure what this portal's gonna do.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Directly engage
So
the
I'm just
threat.
gonna charge her. I'm
I've
just gonna
got
go.
it,
I'm gonna
I
go
got
back
it,
to my bread
I
and
got
butter.
it. I got it.
Yeah.
Directly engage the threat.
I'm gonna go punch her in the face.
Yes.
If it knocks her into the portal, it does, and I get
Okay.
to see what happens.
You do. Well,
Right
don't,
beside us.
right, that's
Yes.
okay.
don't worry about it. Bad decisions are the best decisions.
I'm in character
You are
right
in-
now.
no, that's good,
I'm
that's good.
angry. I'm
It's fine.
insecure.
It's fine. Just
All right.
engage that threat. Do
Okay.
you want to engage any of your moves?
Oh, that's right.
Collateral damage?
No.
I think I'm not going to do the collateral damage.
You want to shift your danger up?
My danger's already maxed.
I mean, give yourself another condition. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all right.
No, I'm gonna use thick and thin skinned. Because I do have angry marks.
You do.
Oh, but that's to unleash my powers. I'm not unleashing my
Yeah.
powers.
Yeah. Okay, so you're
So-
you're not on.
No, I'm just gonna
Okay, you're
gonna
just
go
Okay.
straight on this.
So what you got?
That's a 10.
That's a 10, and you're not afraid.
I'm not
You're
afraid.
not afraid. All right. So on a 10, go ahead and pick 2 of those off of that list.
Right. I'm going to surprise the opposition.
Okay.
because they probably thought I was passed out.
Yep.
And now I'm just knocking them backwards. And I am going to... I don't know what I'd want to take from them. I guess
Balance.
Yeah, I want to knock them over.
Okay.
I just want to take the fight away from her, so I'm going to take that.
Okay.
Take her desire to fight.
So, yeah, you push her through that portal.
Yeah.
Are you just, like, ramming into her? Or
Oh, yeah, I'm
like...
clocking her one across the
Okay,
jaw.
all right.
She's a pugilist, so
She
you know,
is,
I'm
she
going to
is.
clock her across the jaw.
Okay, so you clock her across the jaw. She flies through the portal. She comes out the other end of that portal, which was
And then I clock
behind,
her again.
which was behind you.
Did you follow her through? Or...
Yeah, she comes out
It's like a
behind me.
pinball.
Okay.
We're playing Pong. We're playing Jenny
Yeah,
Pong.
something like that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if it makes sense.
And I think as she comes out the other side of the portal, she kind of sticks the landing and shakes that off. She is now behind you, where the hostages were.
Okay.
She grabs the mayor and just back jumps out of the ship.
Okay.
So Eric is still up in here, but she has just grabbed Mayor Dow, and now Kangaroo Jenny drops out of the blimp past Piero. And Piero's double, which is now cresting into
Damn it.
the blimp.
I'm now pissed at you, by the way.
Yes, I understand.
So you have taken her fight. She no longer wants to fight you.
Yes,
She's
that's
taking
true.
her. She's taking her hostage and going home.
Yes.
Piero, what do you do?
Alright, if it's an option between saving my friends from something that I find very threatening,
Okay.
that's what I want to do.
Okay.
But I can only really think of one way to do that, and I'm not sure that it would work in this situation.
Well, you know what? What would you do?
I have one burn left, and I think the safest thing to do with it would be to create a barrier
Okay.
to hold back Nega Piero,
Sure.
I guess.
Sure.
So I guess I'm just gonna do that.
Okay, I like that. And where is this barrier?
Right at the base of the blimp.
Okay, so like where it's climbing
So
in.
where
just to
it
kinda, like,
would be
wall that
climbing
off.
in, it's just walled off.
Okay, and what does that look like?
Probably a box.
Okay.
Why not?
Just like a big
Yeah.
wall of boxes?
Just one box.
Just one big box?
One big box around the blimp.
Mm.
So I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
Yeah.
I was thinking around the clone, but around the blimp.
Because
Interesting.
if it's around the whole blimp, then I don't think.
Because it's a
Jenny got
barrier
very
that will
far.
hold back
That would be
threats. So
interesting.
if it's around the Nega Piero, then that's just gonna hold back threats on the Nega Piero, and I don't want that.
Mm.
So if
I see what you mean.
I'll put it around the blimp, and then it'll be protected from descending things that would perhaps pop a blimp.
Okay,
and also
so here's
guy.
the option that I'll give you.
Yes.
You can have this barrier inside the blimp to block your friends from Negapiro,
Yes.
or around the blimp to protect the blimp, but not both. Because if it's around the blimp, Negapiro is inside that.
Right, because they were just climbing into the blimp.
Correct.
Yeah, okay,
So you can.
fine.
So it's
All
one or
right,
the
we're
other.
protect the friends. Protect my friends.
Okay. Okay.
Damn it.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that, your last burn has gone,
Gone.
or your last flare has gone.
Burn.
Sorry, yeah, your last burn. And Negapiro. So what you guys in the blimp see is a very strange-looking Piero kind of like haul himself up into the blimp, and then a big box just materialize in front of them. What do you do?
So
Which is unfortunately blocking off the escape route that Jenny just took.
yeah, Jenny,
Yeah.
so Kangaroo Jenny is now gone, and we now can't get to her. We now don't even have line of sight on her.
No. But you do still have 4 drop bears that are trying to figure out how to get around to this box to get to Eric.
Hmm.
And a pilot, who is
Ah.
currently trying to pull this blimp up because it's very, very heavy and falling.
Can I, William, shift my density and just out the bottom of...
Is that something you can do?
You know what?
They
Yeah.
can leave
Yeah,
the,
you know what? Yeah, you've done that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
furthermore,
Okay,
I'm the
I
only
couldn't
one on our
remember.
team who can fly. So I'm the only one who
I
can
can
really
fly.
William
actively
can fly.
pursue.
Not
You
really,
fly
yeah.
like using like a piggyback. Like,
You fly like I use a jetpack.
I
yeah.
mean, yeah, but it's effective.
You have access to it, but yes,
Yes.
that is a thing you can do. You can phase through the floor.
And pursue.
Yeah, you can do that.
Alright, can I please do that?
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
All
You
right.
just do it. So you're now out the blimp, and you can see at this point Jenny has deployed a parasail kind of thing.
Okay.
She's got the mayor tied to her waist, and she is weaving through buildings to try and get to the ground.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm going to streamline, like, and like pursue her a la Mission Impossible 3.
Okay.
Make yourself heavier to fall faster?
Yeah. Well, Isn't that like a theory of physics? Is that
It's comic books. Don't worry about it. It's
All
comic
right.
books. Don't worry about it.
you can't increase the velocity. You know what? Whatever.
Whatever works.
Yeah.
You can't increase acceleration.
Yeah. And to pursue, I'm going to shift my density back so I'm no longer transparent.
Mhm.
It was just
Yeah,
that
just to get through the floor.
just to get through the floor and pursue. And then I'm going to punch her in the mouth.
Okay, you're just going to try and clock her. Directly engage that threat.
Yeah, knock
Okay.
her out. Okay.
Not bad.
7 plus, what is it to directly?
Danger.
Danger? So
Danger.
it's still 7.
Okay.
And I'm not afraid.
And you're not
Okay.
afraid. Okay.
Yes, so it's solidly a 7.
Okay, so you get to choose one. You can resist or avoid their blows. You can take something, or you can create an opportunity for your allies.
I'm taking Dow!
You're taking Dow.
I'm
Yes.
taking her back!
Okay.
I like that.
All right. You swoop in. So Dow is tied to her.
Yes.
So are you just gonna like grab Dow and like phase her out of the ropes?
Yes. I'm going to
Okay.
turn her to goop.
Yeah.
Okay. And as you are on your way out, I think Jenny wheels away. So now you're going in one direction, and she is going through two different. You're going on 2 different courses.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get back up into the blimp right quick. Piero has a question, or Lenny has a question.
Is my mode considered foolhardy action without consulting the team?
I think you had a pretty good reason to put that there.
Hmm.
I don't think that was. I think that was you protecting your team from something terrible.
Fine.
All right. Do you want to do anything at this point, though?
No, because I can't, because I have to keep my attention on the...
Okay, so you're just like hanging from your imaginary sheep hook and like moding that wall in there. Okay, cool. Yes, back in the blimp.
I'm done with these drop bears.
Okay.
So I'm going to. How clustered are they?
I mean, there's like 2 on one side of the box and 2 on the other.
So I'm going to create portals. Maybe 1 big portal. I don't really care.
Okay.
On the floor.
Okay.
Directly under them,
Okay.
and just drop them.
Okay, are you dropping them to anywhere in particular or just through the floor?
Tempted to say hell, but that might be a little dark. So we'll
Right
just
into your dad's office.
drop.
You could do that.
That would be hilarious, but no.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Last time I opened a portal to my dad's office, it didn't go well,
Yeah.
as I can see over
Yeah.
my shoulder.
Right.
Over William's shoulder, as it turns out. That's your body.
Interesting.
Okay.
So
Anyway,
yes.
anyway, so I'm just going to drop them literally like 3 feet below us into the sky.
Okay. You know what? Let's call that directly engaging a threat.
Yeah.
Seems like dropping someone off a blimp counts as directly engaging. Nice.
Solid roll. That'd be a total of 12.
Alright, so 2 of those. Resist or avoid their blows, take something, create an opportunity, impress, surprise, or frighten.
I don't think I need to resist or avoid their blows, because they should all be gone now.
I'm assuming taking something from them is going to be their footing.
Correct, basically. We'll say take something from them for the logic of it,
Okay.
and then also frighten them at the same time.
Sure.
I'm sure they're used to dropping, but
Yeah, but not
they're
unexpectedly.
Yeah.
So, since you are not avoiding blows, basically, the way this is going to work is because there's always a repercussion, right?
Sure.
So you drop the bears, you also drop the box, because that's what they were trying to figure out how to get rid of. And
I'm not worried about Nega. Bro.
I'm worried about Nega Piero!
Nega Piero was on the other side of this box trying to like get through it, and once the box is gone, Nega Piero hurls themselves across at
Oh,
you.
that's terrifying.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
At me, at Darren.
Yes.
You know, like
Yes.
horror movie style.
Yeah, like
right?
horror movie style, like spider limb kind of movement, just like flings themselves. There's no
Uncanny
it's
Piero.
uncanny Piero. It's not moving like something with actual joints should.
Like a puppet, like a marionette puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like someone like threw a marionette puppet at you,
Oh dear. Oh dear.
right?
Who's in here with me right now?
Me.
Right now, the
Everyone-
Baroness. So
Evergreen,
before
right?
we get to that, and Evergreen. So before we get to that, I would like you to take a powerful blow. Hopefully you roll low on this.
I hope so too. I don't really want spots all over my face. That was not low.
That's not low. Do you have any conditions marked?
Nope.
All right, so that's a 9. So
Better than a 10.
yeah, better than 10. So do you want to lash out verbally, give ground, or struggle past the pain?
What exactly happened?
So okay, yes. So let's get to that. At first, you didn't realize this was anything but Piero. You very quickly realized that this is definitely not Piero. It wraps itself around you and starts trying to touch your face with its hands.
Ah.
So I assume giving ground would not be a smart choice in this case. Giving ground makes it seem like I'm just retreating. Can I like push away and retreat entirely away, like running, or
When you give ground, basically what happens is your opposition gets an opportunity.
which is not what I want here.
Depends.
Not really. I
It's
feel like
probably
the
gonna make
opportunity
things
would be
worse.
taken
None
to-
of these are good. We'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's no good choice here. I'm aware of this.
Okay. Lashing out verbally is specifically provoking a teammate to foolhardy
Yes.
action, or you can always take advantage of your influence to inflict a condition on someone else.
I don't
That's
have
true.
influence in anyone in this-
That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
I don't know that.
That's
but
true, but you don't know that yet. All right. So what do you want to do?
I guess he's going to lash out verbally.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will be attempting to essentially provoke action out of the Baroness to get this monstrous thing off my face.
Okay.
I don't know this.
Yeah, no, that works. That
We
works.
talked about.
No,
we haven't
no,
talked
no,
about the
that's
black
fine.
spots
That's fine.
at all.
That's fine. That's fine.
No,
So
this
go
is
ahead.
perfect.
So when you do that, go ahead and roll to provoke someone. Oh no.
That's
Okay, I didn't see the 6.
No,
Okay,
it's
so
a
7.
7.
That's fine. So on a 7 to 9, choose one. If they do it, add a team to the pool, and if they don't do it, they mark a condition. Which of those do you want to choose? Yes.
I'm going to choose add a team to the pool.
Okay.
All right. So in that case, let's move over to the Baroness,
Right.
because you have just been provoked to foolhardy action.
Yeah.
Do you want to engage in this foolhardy action?
I still don't really trust him, but I don't want him to get hurt.
Okay.
So I am going to. I'm gonna leap to defend him.
All right, and how are you going to do that?
So the way I do most things, actually, first, can I use reading the files on this Nega Piero?
Yes, you can.
Booyah! Because this is the first time I've encountered Nega Piero.
This is the first time you've encountered this, yes.
Okay, that's a 7. That is, unfortunately, a 6.
Okay. So, on a fail, here's what you have.
Yes.
Your little armature window pops up that usually gives you information in like a readout, and it's just a flashing warning sign.
Okay.
It's warning, do not engage.
Well, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay. So,
I'm gonna say, screw you, Armiger.
alright, so in this case, this is you defending William.
Yes, I'm gonna leap to defend William.
Alright, so go ahead and roll to defend.
Okay, so that is a 10.
Alright,
Let's see, what is defend?
Savior.
Okay, so that is a -2.
So that's an 8.
However, actually, I have defender. So when I'm defending my love or rival, William is my rival, I can roll danger.
Okay, so it's plus
So that's
danger.
a 13.
Nice.
So yes, I defend him.
Yes, you definitely defend William. And what does this look like?
Looks like that.
Just trying to see the world through.
Yes. Darren's rose-colored glasses.
Okay, alright.
Sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
My thought is, I just want to, smack it,
Okay.
knock it back out the door.
Sure. You just smack it out the window. I'm fine with that. And it goes... It really
You're
is.
in and you're out.
And you can either add a team to the pool, take influence over William in this case, or clear a condition.
I don't have any conditions.
Yeah, you don't have any conditions because you just regenerated.
I already have influence over William.
Okay, so you can add a team to the
Yes,
pool.
I could shift your labels.
You could shift his labels, or you could add a team to the pool.
I'm already adding a team to the pool. Because I did what Darren...
Yep,
what
that
William
would be
wanted.
2. It'd be 2 team in the pool.
I think I actually want to shift his labels.
Okay, so go ahead and shift William's labels.
What do you think of me lately?
That's true. What do you
Baroness?
think of William now?
That is a very good question. I think, after just witnessing all this, I think I want to adjust his freak up and danger down.
Okay. And you're not going to reject that influence, you're just going to take it.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Alright,
Okay.
cool. So at this point, the blimp comes to rest on top of basically a small office building. Evergreen lets go of the vines that he was using to try and help guide it in.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah, he was helping guide the blimp down. Over to Darren in William's body.
Yes.
You are now holding Mayor Dow, who is slowly coming back to consciousness. Kangaroo Jenny has wheeled off in the opposite direction. What do you do?
I am going to head back to the blip.
Okay.
Whereupon I will see the true Piero on a sheep hook outside the window.
Crying.
Yes.
Yes.
Sobbing.
Right,
Probably
mime
crying,
tears.
yeah.
Yeah.
Gigantic
Eyeliner
mime tears.
And I think that is probably where we're going to pause.
Okay.
The
So-
goopy mayor.
So everyone...
Yeah.
So here's what you've got right now. You've got a pretty destroyed blimp on top of a building. The pilot is still in it. None of the drop bears are. Neither is Kangaroo Jenny.
But
And-
Eric is.
But Eric is, and Darillium has Mayor Dow. So you've got both of your hostages. and we will see you next issue. Masks: A New Generation is written for Magpie Games by Brendan Conway. It is made of emotions, bad decisions, and spandex. Give it your dollars, it's well worth them. The Baroness is played by Christina. Piero is played by Lenny. You can find her on Instagram at catfood, C4T food. William in Furnace is played by Jordan. Darren is played by Nan. Find her on Instagram at nanjitsu. Apex City is GM'd by Jeremy, who also writes the music and edits this podcast. Our album art was provided by Ash Brandt. Find them on Twitter at cinder_Brandt, on Instagram at Brandt.ash, and on Tumblr at Kimmons. Find us on Stitcher, iTunes, Spotify, or wherever fine podcasts are sold. Follow us on Twitter at Apex City Cast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next episode.